or lease.
What's up, YouTube? Today I'm doing the follow-up video to yesterday's video. This is my top 6 comedians that I do find funny. In case you missed yesterday's video, I'll put the link. I always screw it up. It's up here somewhere. Click on that and you'll find the ones that I do not find funny, that most people do. I did the same thing I did yesterday. I wrote the numbers 1 through 6 and I wrote the numbers down as they came to mind. To be quite honest, 5 of these 6 are actually, I can safely say, tied for number 1, but I had to do a list, so I did it 1 through 6. Also, I used the same criteria. They must be alive. If you would like to see my top 6 comedians of all time, bar none, alive, dead, canceled, whatever, the comedians who helped shape me into the comedian that I am today, let me know in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to do that. Also, since you're here, also today I am releasing the brand new one from Freeze the Fall. It's called Masquerade. They are releasing it in a little over an hour. So I'm going to react to that. And 1 o'clock, Be the Light, the live version. So make sure you check those out, and I've got more reactions coming up. That's just what I'm doing today. At number 6, and this may surprise some of you, but I have a reason for this. Number 6 is Matt Rife. I think his crowd work is hilarious. He's a very funny guy. But I'm not such a big fan of his actual stand-up. Let me clarify. What he did on his Netflix special, I thought that shit was hilarious. I thought what he did as a result of people trying to get him canceled, I thought that was hilarious. Took balls at all. That's why he made the list. Because the bottom line is it's stand-up. And while crowd work is a part of stand-up, it's not why I pay to go see you. So Matt's actual stand-up doesn't really do it for me. However, I did like that joke that got everyone upset. And not because it got everyone upset, I thought it was funny. Now watch me get canceled. Like I care. Anyways, I'm not even popular enough to get canceled. Coming in at number 5. Now I'm going to say this top 5, all of them, like I said, could be tied for number 1. As a comedian, I don't normally laugh by myself. It's not that I don't find stuff funny. I just don't normally laugh out loud. It happens. All 5 of these comedians make me laugh out loud when I'm completely alone. Usually the reason I laugh when other people are around is so I don't look weird, because I get weird looks if I'm not laughing. And again, it's not that I don't find stuff funny. It's just I don't laugh out loud like that as usual. As part of my normal life, I guess is the way to put it. Anyways, get back on track. Number 5, Daniel Tosh. That guy kills me. He is the perfect amount of mean, very clever. His delivery is fantastic. That attitude. I love his stand-up. I will point out that I hated Tosh.0. I couldn't watch it. I tried. And I watch Ridiculousness. I love that type of shows. I tried really hard because of how much I like Daniel, but I just could not do that show. Coming in at number 4 is Kathleen Madigan. I think she's hilarious. She makes me laugh all the time. I laugh out loud. And again, just like with Daniel, not that she's mean, but her delivery, it's literally as if she's just hanging out with friends, telling stories about her life. I love that delivery. It doesn't feel like she's doing a set or a routine. I love that comfort. I don't know why the hell I'm stuttering. That comfort in her delivery and the stories. They're actually quite relatable as far as dysfunctional families go. I come from a dysfunctional family, so surprise, that big breath. Anyways, coming in at number 3, I mentioned him yesterday on my list. He's not a blue material comedian, but I think he is hilarious. It's Nate Bargatze. His snake story about when he went over to entertain the troops, I've probably seen it 100 times, and it makes me laugh every single time. As with the first two, and you're going to find that's a common denominator for me with great comedians, is their delivery. Do you feel like they're giving you a routine, or are they just telling stories about their lives? I love that. And it's not that I don't like comedians that have routines. It's not that. I just find this much better, that they're that comfortable in just telling stories. You know, a lot of my friends point out that, well, I can never tell if you're being serious or joking. My wife keeps telling me that one day I'm going to be having a heart attack and nobody's going to believe me. They're going to be like, oh, that Bob. But Nate's delivery, his stories, I love everything about it. And as I pointed out yesterday, you don't have to be blue for me to think you're funny. Nate's not a blue comedian, but he's hilarious. That's the whole thing for me, is you have to be funny. Number 2 is Dave Chappelle. Arguably one of the greatest comedians of our lifetime. He's brilliant. His delivery, his thought process, his stage presence, everything. You're not going to cancel Dave. A lot of people try to do that, but Dave's not bothered by you. He does what he does. And it's funny, none of us malicious. You know, I've heard all this, oh, you got to see this Netflix special. Oh, I'm outraged. You can be outraged. That's a you thing. You went to a comedy show where they're telling jokes. Now, I came up in the 70s and 80s, and I'm an 80s style comedian. I say whatever I think's funny. Nothing's really off limits. So I don't do bad taste, or I don't feel I do anything in bad taste. I don't think anything Dave has done has been in bad taste. Just people out there looking to be offended. You shouldn't be going to comedy shows if you're like that. You know, Dave's not the only one, but Dave is going to face it head on and just do what he does. So yeah, I honestly believe Dave Chappelle is one of the greatest comedians of our lifetime. Number 1. This guy, I will explain why he's number 1. On top of the fact that he makes me laugh every time, kind of mean, kind of crazy, just goes out there and gives his material and does not give a shit what you think. You're not going to cancel him either. But the reason Bill Burr comes in at number 1, Bill Burr comes in at number 1 is what he did in Philadelphia. If you've never performed stand-up, it may not really hit the same as it does with those of us that have. To walk out on that stage knowing what he was up against, doing his entire time. And if you haven't seen it, look it up. Bill Burr Takes on Philadelphia. That was legendary. Phenomenal. There's probably not a whole lot of comedians out there that could handle that the way he did. And again, all this is my opinion, so if you disagree, okay. But that was just legendary. Phenomenal. And he said he didn't plan on doing that, but he knew they weren't going to do him like they had done the other comedians. So going out there, knowing what's coming, doing his entire time, legendary. There you go. Do you find these people funny? Do you think maybe some of them did not belong on my list? Again, it's just your opinion. This is my opinion, but I'm interested. Do you find these people funny? So I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a great day. Make someone laugh if you get the chance. I try to every single day. That is my goal every day. Make sure you tell your family and friends each and every time you leave that you love them, because you just never know when that's going to be the last chance you get to tell them. Damn spam call. Didn't realize I was shooting a video. In case you're watching, spammer. Anyways, have a great day. Be safe, because we are living in some crazy ass times. Peace.
Or lease.